Welcome back to Just Code It. Today we're going to be diving into advanced CSS extraction strategies where you can use the JSON CSS extraction strategy to extract specific information from a website. We're just going to run through the output first. We're going to do a few different examples, but to start out, we're going to do the quick start. And I believe first we're just extracting all the headers. So introduction, yep. And after that, we're going to extract all the code blocks. So you can see the snippet here. Next, we have, and you can see there's 9 code blocks within there. So it's extracting these code blocks. Next schema we're going to do is extract the links. So we're using this learn more about adaptive crawling, href adaptive crawling, and then CSS selector or CSS class, it does not have one, but this one has copy as markdown page for LLM, href, and it has a CSS class of page action link. This is doing all of the links from the page. The last one we're going to do is we're going to extract the first paragraph of each section. So we do this welcome to Crawl4AI, and then OpenAI provides. If we go back, we're extracting the text, welcome to OpenAI, and then the raw text, welcome to strong Crawl4AI, and then Crawl4AI provides, and then the raw Crawl4AI provides. So it's extracting the first paragraph of each section. Let's actually jump into coding this thing. Let's move that over again. Zoom in a bit. If you remember from our previous video on this JSON CSS extraction strategy, we give it a base selector, which is the scope. So main, to basically scope it to this main section. Base fields, these are fields that are once in the document. So like H1, so the title. Then the fields, there's 2 types of fields that you can extract. You have the nested list, which has a list of objects essentially with multiple items to select within each object. And then you just have lists, which is basically a simpler version of nested list, where you're just selecting specific information in a less dynamic way. So a single value per matched item, basically. So if you just were doing a list of all the URLs in here, that would be good for just a list. And a nested list would be, let's say, for example, if there's like product information on here, you could do product title, product image, product description, product name. All that would be a good use of a nested list. Let's move down to this first schema. Let's actually simplify these. The first schema, which is this one right here, where we extract the sections, then the code blocks, as well as the page title. We're going to look at the different types right here. Let's actually move this over. We have the base selector, which is main. So it's going to only look within this main area. Then we have the base field, which is page title. The selector is going to be an H1 selector, and the type is going to be text. And we're going to transform that data by stripping it. So we're moving the trailing information. Then we're going to use a string transformation on there called strip, just to strip the text. Then default is going to be untitled. So if it does not find an H1, it's just going to give it an untitled. Then we have the different fields, and here you can see we have a nested list and just a list. So the first one is the nested list, where we're grabbing the H2 and H3 selectors. For each H2 and H3 selector, we're going to grab the name and we're going to transform it using strip. Default is going to be empty. And the next field within that is going to be an anchor ID, which is going to be type attribute ID. And then default is no ID. So that is this part right here. We have the heading, the name heading, and then the anchor ID with the anchor ID for that heading. Moving down, now we have the code blocks. So code blocks right here. And what we're selecting is this snippet, which is a type text, and we're going to transform it by stripping it. And default is just going to be empty. So here you can see the default text. After that, we're going to come down here and actually run it. So we're going to create that async web crawler and pass it the URL. Then if successful, we're just going to do all these prints. So we're going to print the page title, then we're going to print the first 3 sections, then moving down, we're going to print the first 3 code blocks. Let's give that a run. And you can watch how that actually works right now. So we give it snippets. These are the code blocks. These are the headings. And let's just maybe do this a bit different and let's do code blocks. See if we can actually, that is it for the first schema. The second schema is going to be, again, a base selector of main. And the fields we're going to grab is the links, which is going to be a nested list where we're going to grab the selector of all the links. And then for each link, we're going to grab the text for the link, transform it to uppercase. Then we're going to grab the href, which is an attribute, and the attribute is going to be href. So that's grabbing the href for each link. Then we're going to grab the CSS class, which is a type attribute again. Attribute type is going to be class, and default is going to be empty. That is for this first top one where we're going to grab the links, uppercase the text, and grab multiple attributes. So we have the href and the CSS class. The next one is this nested list, which we extract. The second thing we're extracting within this main section is the paragraphs, where we're going to create a name paragraph. It's going to be a nested list with a selector P. And with each selector, we're going to grab the text, type text, and then we're going to grab the raw HTML, type HTML. And that gets all this information right down here, text and raw HTML. You can grab it in different formats. Again, we're going to come down here and create the strategy 2, JSON CSS extraction strategy, schema 2, for both set to false, and then crawl run config, where we're going to bypass the cache, pass it the extraction strategy for both set to false, then do an async run web crawler, run it, get the results, see if the results are successful, and then print a bunch of that information. Again, we'll just give it a run again. And here we have all that information. That is it for advanced schema extraction strategies using the JSON CSS extraction strategy. Let me know if you have any questions down below. Please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. I'll see you next time.